High vibrations, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Bringing It Home with C.N. Smith. I am your hostess, Christina Nicole Smith. Some of you may know me by my Aboriginal name, Adelohoski Akatanai. So this show is a show about all things homeschool related, including news and information about anything that may have an impact on creating a positive future for our children. So, to all of my longtime subscribers, thank you so much for your continued support of the show. And if this is your first time watching the show, thank you for joining us today. And a big thank you to all of our new subscribers. Welcome to the show. I want to take a moment to thank every single person that supports the channel through PayPal and Cash App. It allows me to continue to bring this important message of homeschooling future generations to the collective. It's truly a blessing, and I'm sending waves of prosperity back in your direction. Also, thank you for liking and sharing our videos. It means so very much to me. And if you're interested in starting your homeschooling journey, but you still got some questions, you may find my guide helpful, and you can find that at the link below, which is right there. All right. And now, before I introduce today's special guest, I want to share a clip of his latest single, We Are the Gods. Let's do it. This short little preview clip. And this is hot, hot, hot. Oh my goodness. Let's get ready to roll that.
I need to go. Gas on the shit run they rich his skin all they hit. Man, man, the laugh is in metal. Yeah, I'm is like it am you oh, putting on you.
I love it.
Hello there. Okay, so let me take a moment to introduce you. All right. Well, unleashing an unstoppable wave of soulful beats and elevating frequencies, YVK emerges as a rising star on the musical horizon. Hailing from the vibrant streets of Long Beach, California, this young independent artist and producer has forged a path that sets him apart as a true musical visionary. Beyond the magnetic melodies, YVK's authenticity radiates in every interaction. Genuine, unapologetically real, he captivates with an aura that leaves no room for pretense. When speaking with him, one instantly recognizes the profound connection he shares with his craft and the world around him. Music for YVK is more than an art form. It's a universal language he speaks with eloquence, transcending borders and touching hearts worldwide. Amidst this musical odyssey, YVK's latest single, We Are the Gods, shines like a beacon, inviting listeners to embark on an unforgettable journey. Available across all popular streaming platforms, this track stands as a testament to his boundless talent and unwavering dedication to his craft. So without further ado, let's give a warm virtual round of applause for the incredible YVK. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. And I couldn't, wow. I need you to write my bio. That was wonderful. Excellent.
Yes, well, you're welcome. So I'm really appreciative that you couldn't make it today. We have a lot to talk about. And so let's jump right into it.
All right.
So it's said that music, once admitted to the soul, becomes a sort of spirit and never dies. And I find that to be so true because I can remember songs from my childhood that are connected to moments in time, just like many of us can. So songs that greatly influenced me, I remember some of those.
Right.
Music is very powerful. So the type and quality of music that is heavily promoted as cool for the youth to listen to by mainstream media is such an important topic of discussion. So I remember when I was in middle school and high school, some of the songs I remember were Ladies First by Queen Latifah, UNITY stands for Unity, Fight the Power,
Right.
the Stop the Violence movements, Self-Destruction, and then all of a sudden we started hearing appetite for destruction. A bitch is a bitch. Find him, F him, and flee. One less bitch. Now, when the radio started playing this, I turned it off, but a lot of my peers didn't. So I've heard a lot of people say that a song, it's just a song, and I just listen to the song for the beats, not the lyrics. But again, music, once admitted to the soul, becomes a sort of spirit and never dies. So let me ask you a question. Can you tell us from your perspective, what type of music do you see as currently being heavily promoted to the youth by mainstream radio nowadays? And what type of spirit do you see on today's youth?
Well, today, I can't listen to the radio myself. Listen to mostly underground artists, but like you said, appetite for destruction. It's all destructive music. It's all has been planned, and I would say purposefully. It was meant to, bring down our community. Not only our community, because music, hip hop music in generally is like a worldwide thing now. So
Yes.
it's not just our culture. It started out just our culture, but now you see suburban kids playing it. You see the inner city kids playing it. So definitely, it's all destructive. It promotes sex, drugs, money. Pretty much anything that's destructive. So, as far as the youth spirit, I would say it's a mixed bag. I wouldn't say it's all fully tainted. I've met some younger kids, and they seem to have their head on straight. Some of them have, nowadays we have access to a lot of technology and information that, even me growing up, I never had that. I barely had a cell phone in high school, and it never had the internet like that on it. So, but I would say it's a mixed bag.
I think it's interesting because you said you said you barely had a cell phone. That's sweet. I like when I was growing up, we didn't have cell phones.
Right.
Like we just started getting into pagers, right? We had to use the payphone. So it's
Right. No, yeah, I remember my brother. I remember him. He got in trouble. He had a pager. He wasn't supposed to have one. I remember those days too.
Okay. So, because I think it's interesting. You said it's like a mixed bag. Some of the things that I see when I look out with the youth is, and you could just tell me if you haven't seen this based on your own personal lived experience, but some of the youth seem to be kind of confused. Like I'm just going to throw an artist out there, Lil Nas X. Now he's pretty popular. I've never listened to any of his crap, but music. But have you heard any of his music?
Definitely. I heard a few songs.
Did you see that video? I didn't watch it. I just saw a clip because people were outraged, but he was supposed to be giving a lap dance to the devil.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know what the name of the Did you see that?
There's a lot of evil imagery portrayed in those videos. Definitely, I've seen a little bit, but I try not to watch it much. But all the followers of those type of artists are definitely lost. I can attest to that. I agree with you on that.
Okay, because something's going on with if they're putting that out there, because I remember there was this song called "Doing the Butt." Remember that song, "Doing the Butt"?
That was as bad as it got for y'all.
Well, OPP, other people's property, but
Right.
that was kind of, everybody was singing that. It was a song about, I'm gonna go over here and sneak. I got something else going on, but that was like everybody was doing the butt, and even then, I think every generation seems to be, the envelope gets pushed a little bit more. Like, let's see what the youth is, what they're going to promote, and it just keeps going to the next level. But let's move on. So the true beauty of music is that it connects people, right? And it carries a message, and the musicians are the messengers. So tell us about the message you carry in your music for today's youth, and if your upbringing is rooted in that message.
All right, so my rap name is YVK. That stands for Young Von Knows. So
Yes.
knowledgeable. AKA One Stop Shop, because I have many hats. I do a lot, produce, entrepreneur, you know, a lot of other things as well.
Yes.
And another one of my AKAs is the messenger. They call me the messenger. So you
Okay.
say right on. I make music with the message, high frequency, high vibrational music,
Yes.
jazzy, soulful type. You know, like you explained in the bio. So I stand on making music about truth and you know helping the planet.
Mm,
That's my message.
okay. Well, I want to get a little bit more deeper into that because you don't have to keep it brief because
Uh-huh.
I don't think enough people really know about you, the messenger, and your message is quite beautiful. So let's talk about a few of your songs now. One of the songs that drew me in to listening to your music was the 369 method. Can you tell us more about that?
So I'm right now I'm reading this it's like a book and a planner called 369 Method.
I
It's
have it.
oh, you have it?
Yes.
Yeah, so I've seen it. I've seen it around. I've seen the planner. I never got it, and then a friend bought it for me. So
That's sweet.
thankful for that. So I ended up making a song as I'm reading the book. So
Mm.
that came about manifestation. You know, writing out your goals every day and visualizing it and saying it's here instead of just wishing you had it. You know.
Yes. Yes. And I think a lot of people need to, today's youth they need to hear that because I think it's, I remember when I was going to school,
Mm-hmm.
there's not a lot of creative thinking or free thought that's heavily promoted
Yeah.
for the youth to do when you're in public school. Let's just keep it real. I went, and I'm speaking from personal lived experience. That was what my experience was. It wasn't heavily promoted to do that. And I didn't know anything about, I didn't know that was available, this 369 method. Oh, just write your thoughts down and you have to feel the feelings. I remember when I was younger, there was my inner voice was so loud.
Mm,
It was loud.
mm.
I could feel when certain things was getting ready to happen. I could feel it.
Yeah,
So
I know what you're
there was like
saying.
this knowing, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
when you're young, that needs to be promoted. And it's not like it gets stamped out of you. And then you're always looking outward to external people, external circumstances for validation instead of turning inward and saying, this, or having conversations with yourself, your higher self. That's
Right.
not that's not promoted. People are like, your higher self, what's that? Your inner guidance, what's that? It's like, the voice that you hear inside of your head, and they make you think you're crazy if you listen to it.
Mhm.
And
That's
that's
true.
that's the messed up part. Um, whew, all right. So
Hey, if you being called crazy, you might be doing something right.
exactly. That's so true.
Right.
So what has been your personal experience as far as the reception of your music by the public and when it comes to booking musical venues? Because your musical vibe is contrary to what's being put out there on mainstream radio right now. So can you share with us what it's like being an independent artist based out of Long Beach, California, which is
Mhm.
the home of gangster rap, and up the street from Hollywood? What's all that like?
Oh man, so it's a journey. I would say my reception to your first question,
Uh-huh.
my for my music, it's been majority good. You have those few haters here and there, and then you have those people who just don't vibe to that type of genre of music. But if I'm in the hood playing my music, because like I told you, I don't really play the radio, so I'm either playing my music or other underground artists. So if I'm in
Okay.
the hood playing my music, I'll be like, people will be like, "Who is that? Who is that?" I'm like, "It's me," and they be like, "That's not you." They say, "That's not you," every time. "That's not you." I'm like, it is. I
Hmm.
show them, and they're like, "Oh wow, you dope, you dope." So I've been getting good feedback. So I can say that.
Mm.
Um, what was your next question again? I'm sorry.
The 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 musical venues, like, so when you try to
Oh
book
yeah,
musical venues, do people have issues? Well, that's not really what's out there right now. I'm not feeling this, what you're doing. Do you get that sometimes?
so I've done mostly open mics. I threw a few of my own shows.
Okay.
This open mic in LA is called Something Dope for the People. It's pretty big time open mic. And both times I performed, everybody loved it, followed me, they hit me up. I made a lot of friends through that music. Even met some like-minded people as well that do music like that. So it seems like it's starting to come around. You know, some of the messages are getting out there, and some of the people are starting to realize that it's all been a game that's been perpetrated against us. So definitely, I feel like everything's all right.
Really?
Yeah.
Because this is in Long Beach, this open mic that you were
So this
talking about
open
for
mic's
the
in,
people?
in LA, and the host always talks about manifesting and
Really?
yeah, yeah. And he's big
Oh,
time. Yeah. He works with
oh,
I'm not gonna disclose his name or anything, but he
yeah.
works with big time company in the entertainment industry. So
Really?
before every show, he does that. He says,
Wow.
everybody close their eyes, put their hands up. Tonight
Mhm.
we're gonna manifest everything we want here tonight. So it's very inspirational. If you out in LA, go check out Something Dope for the People.
Wow. Okay. So I want to get ready to share a couple of clips with you. Now, I have a quote here from Van Morrison of The Doors. And he said, music is spiritual, but the music business is not.
Mm,
Do you find that to be true?
yes.
The short answer is yes. Okay.
Yes, I definitely do. We'll watch the clips and then I'll expand on that.
Okay. So let me roll this out. Now, the first clip is a minute and 24 seconds.
Okay.
A commenter that asked me not to stitch them just led me down such a fucked up rabbit hole. They told me to search for connections between private prisons, owned mostly by Vanguard and BlackRock, to the music industry, which is basically all owned by Universal Music Group and Sony Entertainment. And this got dark really fast. So a lot of articles talk about the fact that the CCA has a deal with states that they would buy all of their prisons if they agreed to keep a minimum of 90% occupancy, because that's better for business. And 2 months later, an anonymous email was sent out to various members of the music and publishing industries giving an account of a secret meeting where it was determined that hip-hop music would be manipulated to drive up privatized prisons' profits. We will get to that letter in a minute. But first, can we take a minute to appreciate this graph? This is the US state and federal prison population from 1925 till the 2000s. In that time, since the 80s, life sentences have increased by 470%, and life without parole has increased by 394%. The more red, the more imprisonment. Part 2, we're gonna go looking for that anonymous letter.
Wow.
Did you see how much red was in the state of California
Oh yeah.
on the map? Okay,
Definitely.
so I want to hear your thoughts about this. So remember, we were talking about how the music is spiritual, but the music business is not. So now that we've seen this connection here, what are your thoughts?
This is definitely very true. I know some people that are pretty high up in the music industry through like family and friends, and they know what's going on. But if you I think it was a clip also on YouTube, one of the Bone Thugs and Harmony members, he talks about this,
Mm,
about how a letter was sent by one of the execs and
mm,
how he's sad about it now because he went through with this plan to infiltrate the rap and music industry. And
mm,
so now he feels bad, but it's too late, they definitely invested in prisons and they knew how influential rap music was, so they had to infiltrate it somehow, some way, and also tear down our community at the same time. So it's like killing 3 or 4 birds with one stone. I think the meeting happened in the early 90s, I believe. one of the Bone Thugs member was saying.
Mhm.
And that was the time, NWA was coming out
Yeah.
with all the gangster rap and start promoting all the evil stuff. So I can definitely say this seems somewhat true for sure.
Okay. So I want to share a story because um, my husband is, melanated like me. Okay.
Mhm.
And when he told me one time when he went to work, uh there was uh-oh, I think we lost YBK. But I'm gonna go on with my story. So my husband comes home and he tells me when he was at work, uh there was a gentleman there. Was he non-melanated, this gentleman that was listening to? There he is. So there was a non-melanated gentleman listening to some gangster rap or whatever, but basically it was talking about killing your brother and stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm gonna kill this, this and that, right?
Right.
And so he was like saying, talking to my husband, hey, this is like the jam, this is like the, and my husband looked at him like he was crazy. He was like, I don't listen to music like that.
Right.
And he was like, why not? He said, well, it talks about killing your brother. Why would I listen to something like that? And the dude was kind of like, it really made him think. Yeah, it really made him stop and think for a minute, like, oh, because it's like you have to sit up and think about what you're listening to. And I think people get mesmerized by the beats. There was something I was listening to the other day. I was like, dang, the beat was so the beat was like, like it put you in a trance. But I think they do that because it there was something I heard, like it just gets past the frontal cortex. So this is the frontal cortex is the part that deals with reasoning. It's your higher self. But if there's something that's like this beat that puts you in a trance, you can just like bypass it and then just get in. So your reasoning just goes out the door. You don't listen to it. It's not there. And I don't know. I just think they do that. I think Dr. B Serious, you heard of him too?
Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah. He was talking about that too. There was like some A808 beat or
808
something.
is like the lowest frequency, and yeah, definitely. They use 808s a lot now in today's music.
It's because it bypasses that. It puts you in a trance, huh?
Definitely.
That's like a standard, and it's in all hip hop records. Is it in pop too? I don't know. Is it in pop music?
I'm not sure if it's in pop music. It could be now because it's gotten more popular. But definitely, yeah, 808s is supposed to be like a certain type of frequency that I just found this out about 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago. Yeah. But it's also other frequencies where they're higher and it can put you in a higher state as well.
Yes. Okay, and we're going to be talking about that too in a minute. I have another clip about that, 2 minutes and 40 seconds, but I want to know what things were like for you in high school. Because was it popular to listen to, I guess, Ice Cube or, some of the hardcore rappers? Was that popular in high school? I know it was. I'm dating myself, but that was big when I graduated in 93. I'm just going to be honest. I graduated in 93 and it was all like in 1990, 91, all that mess came out.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm a fan of music, so I know all the era for sure.
Yeah.
And I had an older brother, but he was more into like the lyrical scene, like the Tribe Called Quest, Lauryn Hills, and, Talib Kweli's and those type of things. Yeah. I always loved lyrics. I always would listen to the lyrics as well.
Yes.
Not just the beat. You know what I'm saying?
I want to know what was being said. Yes.
Yeah, but that was a test to my older brother, so I can't say that for other people. But in high school, I probably was one of the biggest Jay-Z fans. As I got older, I started to realize, like, man, he promoted a lot of drug selling and a lot of other stuff that, kind of hurt the community. Mm-hmm. As I look back on that, I'm like, wow, I didn't realize what I was really listening to, at the time.
Mm-hmm.
My mind couldn't really wrap around all of that was going on in the music. But
and that's the point. Young people, we don't really we're very accepting when we're very young. We just let everything in. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You know, you see your peers listening to it, like you say, your peers like this. Oh, you like this album? All right, let me listen to it now, you know, and check it out.
Yep.
So that's how it was. And I believe it's definitely influential. Like I said, I like more of the lyricists. My other favorite rapper was probably Lupe Fiasco. Yeah, he's a great artist, and he didn't promote, you know, that much like that. So I pretty much had my head on straight as far as it came music wise.
Let me show you something, and then I want your thoughts when we get back here. This is a movie. It's a clip. It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and it's about music being a frequency. Okay, let's do it.
Music is frequency programming. Music is frequency. What frequency are you being fed? If I play with those frequencies, right, I can target certain parts of the mind, target the frequency to go to certain parts of the mind, and I can literally, if I want you to astral project, or if I want you to go to sleep, or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that.
The brain processes information electrically. It communicates with the cellular structure electrically, and it operates within a certain band of frequency. If you can broadcast frequencies carrying information, this technology has long been known, carrying information and perceptions within the frequency that the brain decodes information, the brain will decode those frequencies and will have those perceptions. You can externally influence people's perceptions externally by broadcasting these frequencies that we interact with, because we are antenna.
The sad reality is that where we now play our music is in A440. Where did that come from? It used to be 417. A440 came in with the Roman Catholic Church. They suppressed the frequencies. They lost somehow the 152 of the best Gregorian chants, including the hymn to St. John the Baptist, which we've now recovered. That particular hymn was what triggered Dr. Palaio's investigation, looking for those frequencies of vibration by which the music was played. It was known as the most uplifting hymn of all the ages, the most spiritually uplifting hymn. Hymn to St. John the Baptist was played to 6 tones. These are those 6 tones. These are those 6 frequencies. And so the A440 is what now is the standard tuning. If you go A439, you're closer to one of the Creator's tones. If you go A441, you're closer to one of the Creator's original tones. That's how precisely it has been manipulated. To do what? To shut down the 95% of your brain, particularly the right brain that operates the heart-mind for the divine human community.
Deep. That's real deep right there.
Okay, so now, because we were talking about frequency before before we went to the clip. So I want to know, now that you've heard that, I want to hear your thoughts on what he said. I mean, these frequencies can shut down 95% of the brain. Now, remember we talked about the 808 beat, just getting past the lyrics going in. It's like, it's suggestive programming. You can put anything in the lyrics, and depending the frequency, like in the beginning of the video, it said, I can make you, music is frequency. I can put something in there and make you, do
whatever, right? So, yeah, music definitely is a frequency. So is what we drink, what we see on TV. If you're eating fast food all day, every day, you know, you're not gonna feel so well. So if you keep digesting and ingesting bad music, you're not gonna be too well. And I believe that frequencies feed our souls and spirits. So not only on this realm will you be, you know, not at ease, also at other realms you won't be at ease. So music is is something that's very powerful, and I don't think we like take into account how powerful it can be, just as what we eat or drink.
You know what? I want to touch on something with you because lately I've been getting into, you know how, I don't like this word, but the Black people, right?
Yeah, I hate that word.
But Black people, for the sake of colloquialism,
Mm-hmm.
so-called Black people, you know, when we do our music right, there's something so powerful in it, right? So when Aretha's singing, it does something to you, right? Aretha Franklin,
Right.
Gladys Knight, when they're singing, it's like, damn, I felt that. Oh my goodness.
You get
Right?
chills, your body
we
gets
can,
chills.
yeah, you can feel that. Like,
Yeah.
damn, she's singing, right?
Right.
Right. And so because of that, it's the frequency. It's like you can feel it.
Yeah.
And so that's why when we're being used as a tool, when
Mhm.
our artistry is being used as a tool, it's like it seems to broadcast better, or I don't know. It's like I don't even know how to say it. I think you know what I'm saying.
So you heard my song Bread and Circus, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they trying to reverse all the spells and the curses. Because they're like you say, they're casting out spells and curses on us through frequency, through music. So think about it. I'm trying to reverse it and put the good out and the good energy. And that's why I believe like music is probably one of the most powerful tools that we're sleeping on, because if we use music to reach everyone, it'll happen so fast.
Mm-hmm.
It only took them, what, 10 years to mess up a generation through the rap music, it might take us 10 years to fix it, right?
Oh, and speaking of that, you know, and first of all, y'all, the people who are watching right now, please, I'm gonna give you YBK socials. Go listen to his music. The one he talked about, bread and circuses. Oh my gosh, y'all. The 369 method, hourglass, all of it. It's good. I just heard Hourglass the other day. I was playing that for my husband. I was like, damn, he's like, that's hot.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
You dropping gems. But the reason why I brought that up is because it's like you are trying to reverse something. Your music is like, my 6-year-old said, can I listen to this? And I said, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because I was turning on the video, right? She's like, can I listen to it, mommy? I said, yes. And when we think about, so Black Wall Street, that was in the 1920s, 1921. I want y'all to just stop and think about this for a minute. It's almost 2024, right? We're talking Black Wall Street, 1921. That was like a little over 100 years ago, right? So basically back then, everybody was wealthy.
Yeah.
Families were intact. We had our own schools. We had our own bus lines. We had our own airlines. We had our own post office. We had our own ... you name it. Okay. So just in a little under over 100 years. Now look at it. Family broken up, baby mama, baby daddy, you know, the dude got like 3-4 baby mamas and so on. And the family can't stay together. Men hate women, women hate men, feminism, in a little over 100 years. And so it's just been like this attack. It's been an attack on our consciousness and the music. So for instance, like you said, that's why I brought up, Boogie Down Productions, Queen Latifah, the music, Public Enemy, the music. I remember when that song Fight the Power came out. I don't know if did you see that video?
I don't think I ever seen the video.
Oh
my
God. You should watch that video. The youth were in the streets. It's like Public Enemy was doing like a concert and the youth were like jumping and, pumping their fists and trying to fight the power, right? And think about what it was doing for the youth. See what I'm saying? They're like, man, F this, it was getting them riled up. It was getting them thinking like, you know what, you're right,
Yeah.
And now it's like lap dances with the devil. Really? Really? You know, so it's really, it doesn't take much. And the music, this is why, like, I just really want more people to know about you. Like, I wish I could do more because
No,
the
you do.
music is bumping, is good, but it's like, it really makes you think too. And I swore off rap. I swore off rap. I was like, I ain't listening to this mess no more. I don't listen to none of that mess. And so when I found your music, where you reached out to me, I was like, I'll listen to rap again. I'll listen to hip hop.
Not all of it. You listen to some of it.
Well, the ones I've heard. I mean, you're a young man. You're gonna do what you do. That's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's different when you don't have kids and stuff, but a lot of your music, the ones I've heard, is so good.
Yeah. I got a few songs, you know, that are not fully, you know, conscious and aware, but
Okay.
yeah. But you know, for the most part, you know, early on, I was finding myself in the music industry
Yeah.
and in my, you know, perspective and how I would project my music. So it took a little while, but now I found the sound for sure.
It's so good. It's so good. Okay. So I want to know about the your inspiration behind your latest song, We Are the Gods, because this is a very powerful title to a song. Please tell us about that.
Okay, so We Are the Gods. One day I don't know, my intuition, a voice inside of me just was kept saying, "We are the kings, we are the gods. We are the kings, we are the gods." So I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta make a song like that. So
Oh,
I go online looking up stuff, and so I type in "We Are the Gods" on YouTube, and a clip of a movie comes up, Clash of the Titans. And if you
oh,
hear the song, that's the intro, and that's the clip. I clipped right there and sampled the "We Are the Gods" part.
oh, okay.
Once I did that, I was like, "Oh, it's over now." I made the beat, and now I talked about why we are the gods. We are the original beings. You know why? You know we were here first. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. All over, and that's being
Mhm.
suppressed too. And I
Right.
think that's a not without going all off to the side. I think I just remember when I was in public school, I didn't see myself in history. I didn't like history until I went to high school, and then they showed us a movie, The Civil War. What's the name of that movie? Glory.
Oh, Glory. Yeah.
Yeah, with Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
I
Denzel.
didn't even know that Black soldiers had even served in the Civil War. And
Yeah.
so
Front
once
line.
they showed us that, yeah, but once they showed me that in high school, then I loved history class. I wanted to learn more. But before then, I hated history. I was like, this is stupid. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to see that mess. And so it's so important for our youth to see themselves in history and see and know that we were great, and we are great. We come
Yeah.
from greatness.
Yes.
And they don't know that. It's not being taught. And speaking on that note, we need to get our children out of public school. So I don't want to get
No. Go
this
ahead
is
and get to it.
it's
I don't
because
have kids, but I agree with that 100%.
it's so important. It's like, God damn, it's like I went to public school. We send off our most precious. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was gonna freaking die. Look, the first time my parents left me with some strangers, and that's literally what it was. They said, okay, well, they just dropping you off. And they just dropped me off. They was like, okay, me and my sister, okay, so we're gonna leave you here. And I'm like, but why? Why can't we stay with you?
Mm-hmm.
The way society set up, just being separated from our mothers. Oh, I got to go to work and let me do and stuff. And the family. Think about it. Tribes, communities. It's like we
Mm-hmm.
didn't have that mess where we just gonna leave our kids with
Mm-hmm.
strangers.
No.
Let's keep it real. These are strangers. We don't know these people. What do we really know about these people? You know
Nothing.
what I'm saying? And we just leave them. And I don't know. Okay, let me because I get really disgusted. I get really disgusted about that. Okay, so when this is about you today, because I want people to hear your music. And as we just said, music is a frequency and you can
Yeah.
manipulate it. So it is important for us to be mindful of what we're allowing our children to listen to. That is not something that is just, oh, it's just It's just,
Mm-mm.
no, it's not just, because if you let your child listen to the wrong mess, next thing you know, they're going to be swinging on the pole. Okay.
Yep.
Swinging on the pole, trying to give a lap dance to the devil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear you.
I just, okay. So, so look, I want to share a quote by Billy Joel. I used to listen to Billy Joel in the 80s. And I have a quote here from Billy Joel that states, musicians want to be the loud voice for so many quiet hearts. So do you feel your music is the loud voice for quiet hearts? In other words, do you feel your music is for those people who are too timid and shy and don't have the audacity to say what needs to be said?
Yeah, I can agree to that. Growing up, I always been kind of shy myself, and to myself. But I just got so fed up and got to a point finding out all this truth that what's the point of being quiet? I gotta speak up for our people, and
Wow.
if nobody gonna do it, I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
everybody doesn't want to take that leader position because it comes with a lot. So I believe I'm the voice for the quiet hearts. Also believe I'm the voice, of the future. So if y'all want to change the frequency, I'm right here.
doing what you do. I like that, and I like that you're also known as the messenger.
Yeah.
There's another one. There's another messenger.
If you
The
hear
first
some
messenger, Elijah Muhammad.
oh,
You're like, oh no, he's the messenger. You're the junior messenger.
yeah, junior man, that's fine.
You're
That's
the
I'm
junior.
still a messenger.
Yes.
Yeah, if you hear some of my songs, it has that I forget what movie. I can't even think of the movie right now. It's either Menace to Society or something where Damon Wayans is like message. He does a little message. So I put that little clip into some of my songs. That's one of my tags.
Yeah, is it?
Mhm.
Okay, now I want you to be able to share some of your wait, first of all, the We Are the Gods. When's that movie coming out? When's your movie video coming out? Y'all, he's gonna have a movie video. Remember the clip I showed at the beginning? Oh my God, I can't wait to see that.
It's like a movie music video. It's fully, I'll tell y'all a little bit more about it. It's fully AI generated. Everything's going AI. So I thought I'd integrate some of the new technology.
Yes.
My own creative spirit. So it's basically like a movie music video. It's just showing clips of what I'm talking about in the song. So it's more like a visual lyric video mixed with the music. So it's gonna be great. And it's also a clip of Billy Carson at the end, which is on the song as well. So
when is that coming out? Because I've been waiting.
wait, everybody waiting. I don't have a timeline, but
Hurry up.
It's gonna because it's not done. I want to put it out right, but
okay.
I'll give you this since I'm on your show and I'm on your platform. Just for it around mid-August.
Okay.
So next month.
Okay. Well.
Look, you
I'm like, hurry up. It's taking too long. Okay. I want to take a moment to share some of your social media contacts, and also if there's anybody here that has any questions for YVK, here's his link to his link tree. Okay, it's called link bio, link tree. But does that look correct to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so if any of y'all want to get in contact with YVK, this is how you do it. Here's the link for all of his music, how to get it, get his music. Also, how to get on his YouTube and his other social media channels, his Instagram. And then I want to know if there's anybody that has any questions for our guest, YVK. You have any questions? And while people are gathering their questions and writing them in the chat, do you have anything that you want to share? Can you hear that?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, just some vacuuming going on.
Oh no, you good. First off, I want to say, y'all, please support this sister right here for all she's doing. Because without her, we gotta give back to the youth because that's the future generation. So if we're not giving back and teaching the kids about what's really going on, then we won't have a bright future generation. And
Yes.
that's why we put here on Earth to procreate and keep things going. So definitely support the sister here. Get all the books, get everything, support her. That's what I want to say right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, support.
I have a question here for you.
Okay.
What's your top 5 hip hop artists?
My top 5,
Mhm.
Lupe Fiasco. I listen to Kendrick, Nipsey Hussle, Big Crit, and I'll throw in J. Cole.
J. Cole? Okay. I don't have any. That's my answer.
You don't
Except
have
YBK. That's my top one right there. And then, going back, that's my answer.
Right.
Going back, I like a little LL Cool J, like long time ago.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I rock with LL.
That's my answer. Does anybody else have any more questions?
Good question. That caught me off guard.
Did it?
Yeah, a little bit. Because, I don't listen to too much music now because I'm making my own music and listening to instrumentals and and I have friends that do music, so I'm listening to their music.
Okay. So it looks like there are no more questions. Let me just make sure I share your socials one more time on the screen so we can make sure people can see that. And please go to this link tree here and support YVK because this is music that your teens can listen to, preteens can listen to, even your young ones. Like I let my 6-year-old listen to YVK's music. So
That's
if you
deep.
want your
No, that's deep right there.
Yeah, the 369 method. That's important. Oh, it looks like we have another question. That's a good one. You can program your children with the 369 method. I would let them listen to that song. Put that, if y'all gonna be in the car, got somewhere to go, put the 369 method song in the car because it gets in and you want your children to be thinking about how to create their own reality and how they can have a hand in doing that. So that's important. Looks like we have another question here. Oh, okay. Oh, just a comment. Yes.
Love it.
So Coda says, I'm a huge hip hop fan, so I had to ask.
Okay, perfect.
Well, Coda, you're going to like YVK's music. You need to hop on that. I think I actually shared a song with you already. So you need to hop on that.
Yes. Go follow all platforms, Spotify and all that.
Yes. Oh, here's a question. How would he suggest entering into the music industry or business today? I don't know. Would you suggest that people go into the music business or be independent? What would your suggestion be?
I mean, you always got to start independently. So you have to make some type of content and bring something to the table. You can't just get signed. But if you're trying to get into the music industry, be prepared for a long journey. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs. But if you really love to create and have your own craft, independent is the way. That's why I'm independent myself. I don't plan on ever signing a music deal, but I never say never. But yeah, it's a tough industry. So be ready.
And then and speaking of the industry, I mean, do you think that there's anybody in the industry that is, I don't know, has integrity that may not want to harm an artist or take all his publishing rights? I mean, there's a lot of stories that are coming out. So do you, is there anybody there that has deep pockets? They'd be like, you know what? I like this artist. I can give him advance. I can do this. I can do that. And maybe we can both, it'll be a win-win. It's not like this 90-10 where the artist is still penniless. I'll take the 90, the artist gets the 10%. They're doing all the work. Is there anybody out there that's kind of, we'll do 50-50 or maybe, or whatever. I don't know. Anybody
I
with
don't
it?
know. I can't honestly say that. I'm sure there's somebody that has a heart and that's just not fully in it for the money. But most of these artists are in 360 deals. And if you don't know what a 360 deal is, just know you never gonna make it. No matter what. No matter how much money you make, no matter how big you get, they still got the rights to your music. And you never are gonna have generational wealth, what you think you're gonna have. You just might have a nice car, a nice house for the meantime, but later on, you're not going to be able to pay for that. So, yeah, it's tough. A lot of artists. I know artists that just kept signing contracts, getting out of contracts, signing new contracts, and it's like you never can make it at that point. Somebody's always going to own your rights.
You know what? I want to talk about that really quickly because it just occurred to me.
Yeah.
With the thing going on with AI, just to kind of get your take on this, since you somebody else has a question for you.
Good.
I'm gonna get to your question on the megalodon. I'm gonna get to your question in just a moment. What are your thoughts on? I know the writers. There's a strike right now with the actors.
Yeah.
And they're saying with AI. Hollywood, basically, they want to pay them one time to sit and just in front of this screen or something. They can take all these little pictures of them or something and then use their voices. They'll pay them for that one day's worth of work. And then they'll make the movie based off of just AI after that. They don't need the actual living person for anything. And they're saying this is where AI is going. You can do personalized movies. If you say, look, I want to see Denzel Washington saving a unicorn, you can order that up. This is where they're saying AI is going. And so writers and actors are on strike. Have you heard anything coming down the pipeline as far as the music industry that's kind of similar? And then I'll get to your questions. Because there's two more questions. Yeah.
It's a lot of new songs. People sound like Drake. People sound like Kanye. Like you can sound like Snoop Dogg. You can sound like anybody now. So people will make these songs and put them out, but they can't say it's Snoop Dogg because, you could get in trouble.
Right. Yes.
You could put sound like Snoop Dogg or something, and get views. So it's definitely a thin line right now. I don't know what's going on, but back in my first EP, I said in Conscious State, I said, look around now, everything ran by the bots. So that was in early 2020. And I was talking about how everything ran by the bots. It's going to be ran by AI. That's their plan to take us all out. And I don't know if those people in that industry thought it wouldn't come to their jobs, but it's here.
Maybe so. Yeah. I think it's important to use it as a tool, but to also be to stay deeply grounded in the real world and make connections with people outside of that. You have to do that. There's some. Oh,
hold on.
I could answer this, but I'll let YVK answer this. Malita.
Go ahead. I'm here.
Malita asks, "Where are you from?" I don't think this person was at the beginning of the show.
So I'm born in Long Beach. So I lived and grew up in Paramount, which is basically right next to North Long Beach is where I grew up. It's right next to North Long Beach and Compton. If you're not from LA, I'm trying to just describe it as best as I can. So everybody knows about Compton. So Compton, right down the bridge. Y'all know what goes on in Compton. Long Beach right here and then Paramount. So that's where I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
West Coast.
I'm from the West Coast too. I'm from the Bay though. I'm from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Oakland.
Yay area.
Oakland, California. Okay.
Yeah, I know about Oaktown. I got family in Oakland.
Oaktown. Okay. Mm-hmm. The home of MC Hammer.
Yep.
And the Black Panthers.
Right.
Okay. Here's a question here. Oh, I'm sorry, Melita. Hold on. Let me go back. I forgot Megalodon. Is bro using Chat GPT to create them fiery videos, those hot videos?
What videos? He took.
We Are the Gods. So the one at the beginning.
Yeah. I used it's an AI program. I think it's called Gen 2 or something like that. Where
Oh.
you type in text and it'll bring up motion. It's like motion pictures.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Well,
you can literally type anything.
Oh my gosh, because when I saw the your short video clip, I was like, dang, look at this. That looks amazing. It was so eye-catching.
Right.
It looks so real. I was like, what is he doing? It looks amazing. I can't wait to see the final product.
Oh man, I'm glad you excited. Yeah, because I was gonna do like a traditional video, and I was like, nah, this needs something more. It needs a little more than that.
You need some. You need extras.
Yeah.
You need some actors.
Exactly.
Let's get some. Here's another question. Tell us about your growth into awareness from childhood until now, and how you became such an amazing lyrical wordsmith.
Ooh,
yes, that's an excellent question. Thank you, Melissa. That's an excellent question.
Oh, well, like I always said, I've always been attracted by lyrics in the song. I feel like if you're not saying anything, what's the point? You might as well, like you say, people say, oh, I hear the beat. I like it because of the beat. Well, listen to
I can't stand that.
Just listen to an instrumental then, if you like the beat, right? Yeah, so I always love, like I said, Lupe Fiasco. He does double entendres. He makes stuff three different things at once. So I always pattern, my pen after that. So that's just how I grew. Just over time, I've been doing music since I probably was like 9 or 10. My brother he worked at a studio. So I will always be in the studio with him while he's engineering. And I'm just around, soaking it in, like, oh, okay, I get it.
Oh.
And his peers, they believed in lyrics. So that's where I get it from.
I think you told me something about your growth into awareness. You said there was a movie you watched, Zeitgeist.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So in college, you know how you always get this conspiracy stuff and you see stuff on YouTube, and I was just going through stuff, and then I came across a movie called called Zeitgeist, and then I watched it, and I was like a little frightened and afraid, so I was like, let me watch it with my friends, let me show it to them, and then they were like, whoa, like eye-opening. So pretty much that, if you haven't seen Zeitgeist, they made like 3 or 4 now, they just kept making them, but the first one talks about religion. It talks about 9/11. That is deep. That's very deep. So when I seen that, my eyes just opened. I was like, wow, everything is not what it really is. It's deeper than you think.
And what year was that? Did you watch that?
That's roughly what, 20, was it 08? Like 08, 09, 2008, 2009.
And so do you feel like that once your eyes are opened to that, not everything is as it seems? Is that because I know you said your earlier music was not as conscious? You was doing some of the little stuff, right? So after you watched that movie, is that when your music kind of flipped?
I wasn't really heavily into music. It's just always been there, but I really got heavy into it around 2017-ish. But yeah, watching that movie, it really opened my eyes to where I started to take in things and analyze it instead of just taking it in and saying, oh, that's what it is. No, I would take it in now, filter it out. Something don't seem right here. I don't think this is real, and let it go. So that's how I critical think now. I try to critical more,
I'm so glad you said that. It's so important. It's so important. We have to know who we have in our circle. We have to have people that come to us and tell us things that are not, be okay with hearing things that go against or are contrary to our belief system. So that way we can grow and learn and ask questions. It's important to ask questions. It's it's not, you shouldn't just walk around life and just say, like you said, just, oh, okay, is that what it is? Is that what it is? They're telling us that's what it is. So that must be what it is. And I think public school does that to children. It gets them to just accept what's being told. So anyhow, let me just show for anybody that's coming in late, let me just show your socials, your link to all your socials right here for anybody who wants to get in contact with YVK and get access to his music, which I highly recommend. Just go on YouTube right now. Go to that link, go on YouTube. I would say the first one you should listen to is Hourglass. That is
Hourglass will make you a fan. Definitely.
Yeah. Hourglass is jamming. Oh, that's jamming. Oh, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Go there and then go listen to 369 Method, Bread and Circuses. Just keep going down the list. It's very, very good. I still haven't gotten into the Cosmic Shift stuff. I got to go back and look at that.
Ooh.
I want to hear that.
Deep.
Okay, I want to go back because I was like, oh, Cosmic Shift. I need to go back and listen to that. So anyhow, unless you have anything else you'd like to share, we're just going to close out.
All right. I want to say thank you for having me on your platform. This has been a great interview right here. My first interview. I don't know if you could tell, but a little nervous, but I want to thank you for having me on your platform, and what you're doing is wonderful. Keep going. No matter what. I know, a lot of forces at work here at play trying to, bring us down, but keep going. Always remember that. Keep going. And follow me, YVK, all platforms, Instagram, YVKNO15. And let's change the frequency. Like I said, of music. Let's do it.
Let's definitely do it. And I want to thank all of the viewers today that just joined us on our live stream today. I really, really sincerely appreciate that. And we will see you next time on Bringing It Home with C and Smith. Take care.